earlier today, I did indicate last night that because of what's going on this evening, I won't be able to do a 9 o'clock. So I thought I'd pop on a little bit earlier and see who was about. And hopefully we can get some people in. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world today. And you do wonder if everything is about to go absolutely potty. But there we go. Yeah, we had a bit of a hailstorm here not so long ago. Absolutely bucketed down all over the place, and the temperatures dropped quite a lot. And imagine my shock when I woke up and heard a loud bang and crash and thought, what the hell's that? But just turns out it was a minor thunderstorm that passed us over pretty quickly. And I wonder how all of you are today. And, you know, is your day going okay like mine? I've been watching the news all day, really, to see what's going on over the Ukraine and this thunderous, quick military action from all corners of the place, all in shock and awe, and it's really quite something. Not in a good way, in a bad way, and you wonder how long it's been planned, and you know, were all these negotiations and things a complete and utter ruse, or was it something that, you know, has just fallen into place because of lack of cooperation from people? It's very concerning and also very worrying about where it could potentially go next. I've got people joining the chat, but nobody actually chatting yet, which is quite surprising. I think my chat window is switched on, so I should be seeing people by now. But let's have a look, shall we? I'll push a couple of buttons, and I think it should be okay. I should see chat coming up, and it's like talking to myself, really. Here we are. Caroline Rowland, hello to you, and I hope you're well and having a good day. I popped out a couple of times. I'm actually on my way to Gatwick Airport tonight, and I've got some stuff to do with my son, so I can't be here at the usual 9 o'clock slot, but at least to get me in the daylight, you see. So there is something like that. And I've got a flight landing at Gatwick about midnight, so a bit of a busy evening. And we go on from there. I think Boris at 5 o'clock is going to announce a load of sanctions against Russia and Putin for what's gone on today, and we'll have to see what he comes out with. But I have a very strong suspicion that Putin will not give two shits about any sanctions which are in. I really don't. We'll have to see what happens next, but it all depends how he responds, I suppose. Hello, Declan. I'm keeping well, thank you. And Ian Kirkpatrick, hello to you as well, and welcome to the chat. I like others, have just been, you know, watching the news today at events unfolding over there. It's mad. Hello, Jason Drury. Went into my local Tesco's today. The staff still had masks on, even though it's no restrictions day. Yes, I think that Boris probably is implying that it's left to you know, businesses to decide what they want to do, and it wouldn't at all surprise me if some people will carry on regardless. I mean, my eldest son's got a job in Tesco, so I'll be interested to see what he says. But I've seen it with my own eyes before. He had to go to the desk at the front and collect a face mask if he didn't have one, and put it on and go and work like that. So they may keep it in place, we'll see. But you're dead right, it's effectively Freedom Day from restrictions. Who we got here? The Atomic Bear. Putin couldn't give a shite about sanctions. I do believe you're right, Atomic Bear. I totally agree with that. And I was talking to my wife earlier, and whenever we've done something towards him, his response has always been proportionate. I.e., well, it's not proportionate now, obviously, but it's always been proportionate. I.e., we give him a black eye, he'll give us a bloody nose. You know, it's a proportionate response all the time. But it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to any incoming sanctions this time. I mean, all the talk of making Russia a pariah state and all the rest of it, has he already crossed that line, I wonder, and how long can this be kept up for? We will see. But some of the messaging is quite horrific coming out of the place. It really is, and you've got to feel for those people there. Well, welcome everybody to Andy the Gabby Cabby's Daily Chat. We're slightly earlier than normal, and a little bit unannounced. I was going to try and inform you more fully of when I'd be on here, but unfortunately I didn't get the chance to, and I thought I'd just hop on anyway and see who was about. And there's 22 of you in the chat so far. If you haven't, wow, 24. It's just jumped up by a couple. If you haven't done so already, do me a favour and do that on the chat. Give it a thumbs up, and it just help the algorithm give it a bit of a kick. And I've done all the videos for today. They'll come out this morning, and you can catch up with them over the course of the day. And I've got to record tomorrow's stuff yet as well. Meanwhile, keeping an eye on the news. How is everybody's day going? What have you been up to? Let me know in the chat, or if you have any thoughts about what's going on at the moment. I'll be interested to hear them. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a slurp. Yeah, I've got karate tonight with my boy. And then I'm off to Gatwick. I've got a flight landing at 10 to midnight. So it's quite a late one, really. And be home quite late. So I prefer those ones, though. No traffic on the roads, so not too bad. Yeah, Declan, that's right. Smash the old likey button. I'm trying to see what those green symbols are you're putting on the end. I can't quite make them out. My eyes are a bit wonky today. I got rid of the bots in the background. Well, they're still there, but I've managed to get them switched off so they don't stop complaining about well, foul language. I think they still complain about, but they've the old emojis and the symbols and everything you can do, and they shouldn't tell you off again. But it's just really to keep an eye on proceedings, really. Another thing about Margate, I was reading, obviously where I live, we've got a Hollywood film being made here very soon. Shamrocks. Oh, okay. I had a suspicion it looked like them, but I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, we've got a Hollywood film being made here very soon. One that Sam Mendes is directing. And down on Margate seafront, there used to be a big hole in between two buildings, where an arcade used to be years ago, and it burned down, and there was a nasty fire there, and they built a sound stage and a film set. Looks like a cinema, basically, which is what it is. And then a couple of doors up, the old Dreamland cinema and the Dreamland arcade, they've renovated all that, and they've turned that into a bit of a film set and everything as well. And I think filming's going to start there next month. I'm going to try and get down there and see if I can get any crafty footage, but that's work in progress. And see if I can get some snaps from down there. He's a Reading lad, is he? Ah, okay. I didn't realise that. This film, I think it's called Empire or something like that. Because I noticed yesterday when I drove down there, they've taken the Dreamland sign off of the outside of the cinema and replaced it with one that says Empire. And all the filming's going to be on down there. I heard Colin Firth mentioned. I'm not sure, to be honest, though. We'll have to see. Messy Cess is in the chat. Afternoon, Andy and everyone. Never had a notification today. Hope I haven't missed too much. No, not really. There's just a small crowd of us here at the moment. It was an unannounced early one that I had to do, really, because of things that are going on tonight. The refined nuclear BS is the dictatorship. UNTZ, new weapon on the Ukrainian people. Okay. Hello, Factual Breakdown. Sanctions don't do crap. Something drastic is needed, and we don't have the testicular fortitude to get it done. I love it. Where we'd say balls, you'd say testicular fortitude. I like it. Hello, Rainbow Trout 97. Hope you're all right. And Who's that? CJ Easy's Paddy Power, bro. Love it. Nice green heart there. Yeah, speaking of Paddy Power, somebody told me ages ago there was a load of Russian ships off of the west coast of Ireland sitting in international waters, and apparently they were going to be doing live fire exercises. I think this month, may have already done it. And I thought of them this morning. It's crazy stuff. Rainbow trout 97. Putin needs taking out. Well, maybe that's what he was afraid of, so he's moved on it. Hello, Jodie Pitt. Hope you're all right. And when Clinton was in power, 5 more countries were encouraged and signed up to NATO. Even closer to Russia's border, the EU and US have been encouraging Ukraine to join NATO. Russia has been pushed into this. Yeah, that's right, Tony Whitworth. I mean, we've come closer and closer and closer to Russia, haven't we? And it's got to the point where he's had enough of it. So he said, no more, done. As soon as the first boom sounded in Ukraine, that government should have exposed everything on Burisma, Hunter Biden, and that corrupt SOB of a demented father of his. Absolutely. Rainbow Trout 97, he's a demon. Nobody has the balls to do it. Factual Breakdown says, I think that's what it's all about. Yeah, Messi says they're still switched on because there are outside influences that could be a pain in the arse to my chats, and I don't want them here. So it's just to try and help out the existing human mods, of which I have 4. Just to help out a little bit. The long-term plan is to switch them off, but things like picking up on emojis and symbols and stuff like that, they're not there for that anymore. I've managed to find a way of getting rid of them, so all good. But we're getting a few more in the chat now. I was worried we wouldn't get any, really, because I was unannounced and a bit early, but there's a few here. Declan Toomey, spot on, Andy. A few fishermen from Cork had a chat and they moved them away. Excellent. I have more balls and I'm a woman, Factual Breakdown says. Absolutely spot on. Yeah. I mean, they're just talking sanctions, and Putin isn't going to give a shit about any sanctions, is he? He's just going to carry on regardless. And more worrying so, I noticed in the news before I came out here that 9 Chinese fighter jets had been spotted headed into the Taiwan defence zone. So you do wonder, if they see that Putin's getting away with something, are they going to try it on with Taiwan next? That could be the interesting one. Yeah, it's the soldiers who hate wars, Andy. I've mentioned Hal Moore before, who's a famous infantry commander from the Vietnam War. He passed away a few years ago, bless him. But he said something about the soldiers in Vietnam, and I do wonder if it's true. Even to this day, soldiers in battle don't fight for governments or flag or anything like that. They fight for each other. And I do wonder whether there's some truth to that even now. Why would Putin want Ukraine to join NATO and have the West literally adjacent to the Federation, military equipment deployed even closer? I have some empathy for him. I think that's why he's done what he's done, because no one's listening, and he's spat his toys out, basically, hasn't he? That's the issue. Imagine if we still had Reagan and Thatcher instead. Yeah, she wouldn't have put up with anything, would she? Yeah, Factual Breakdown. You mentioned Trump. I heard a radio thing, a broadcast from the States. I forget what channel it was, but he basically said on the phone, this wouldn't happen if I was there. And you come to think of it, there wasn't any of this nonsense throughout his whole term in office, was there? There was that minor spat with Iran, which was, a few years back. But apart from that, none of this. It's very concerning. Any possibility that you can put the spelling challenges into abeyance? Oh, yeah, I'm with you, Factual Breakdown. Tony Whitworth, the Ukraine crisis sponsored by US hegemony and war profiteers. Could well be right, Tony. Jodie Pitt, they depend on each other to survive. President Trump now knows how to work with Putin. He said in this interview he had many talks with him about various, countrywide and diplomatic things. So I'm not sure what news source to believe anymore. Are the Russians all that bad? Are they worse? Are we the aggressors as US? I have no idea. That's spiritual potato. Yeah, I mean, this is the whole point about new media, isn't it? Yeah, we're all getting sucked into the narrative they want us to believe, and we need to wake up and smell the coffee, basically. Bill, Roy, Andy, that is correct. You know and trust your oppos, your section, platoon. They are your family who you rely on, and who rely on you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. John Whitehouse, I like booze. Jessica Hamilton, hello to you. Slanted news is a good way of calling it, spiritual potato. It's a load of shit. I mean, those things have gone through my head myself. I mean, I had someone on the chat last night call me a communist, or ask me if I was a communist. No, I'm fucking not. And somebody had a pop this morning on one of the comments on Facebook about, all these know-it-alls saying what would happen, and something else has. That's utter crazy. But I put thoughts to Ukraine in the subject of this live chat, because I am thinking about it and wondering what's going to happen next. I mean, the Manchester man, greetings from Manchester. How are you? Hope you're all right. Julie Baldwin's in the chat now, just dropped in. I mean, I was talking to my wife about this, and she kind of leaves me to all the political mumbo-jumbo and everything else. And she was saying to me what's going to happen, and I gave her, 3 or 4 possible scenarios, none of which were very good, to be quite honest. And she asked a question. She said, when will it stop? And you have to wonder what's the answer to that. Who have we got here? Just Insider, greetings from Poland, Andy. UK would be better to protect the channel than pray for based Ukrainians and Poles. Let's go Putin / Brandon. Yeah. Neil Wilson, hello. Hope you're all right. Whatever happened to real journalism? A person simply combining curiosity about the world and integrity. That's it. That is absolutely right. The world and its wife. Yes, good way of putting it, CJ, definitely. Well, if you've just joined us, everybody, welcome to the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. We're a little bit earlier than normal, and that's probably reflected in the numbers, because I'm somewhat unannounced as well. I just had to pop on here very quickly and just have a chat with you all. If you haven't done so already, give the thumbs up on the notification thing there. That will help the algorithm and in turn help the chat. And I haven't been able to sort out to come on tonight because I will be up Gatwick pretty late, and I'm taking my son to karate as well. That's what happens on a Thursday night, so we come on a little bit earlier than normal. Hello, Dave O1 Car. Afternoon to you. I'll have to work out how to pronounce your screen name sooner or later. I think I'll just call you Dave. Hi, Eunice. Great to see you. That's Factual Breakdown. Eunice in I love that screen name. That's wonderful, that is. But yeah, who else we got? Declan again. Can't trust mainstream media. It's all fake news. Yeah, that was Trump's line, wasn't it? Fake news, fake news. A good opportunity to put fuel prices up, rip us all off. Jed Edwards says, I read this morning that it's surpassed $100 a barrel for the first time in quite a while, so that wouldn't surprise me. Dave it is. Ah, okay. I'll call you Dave. That reminds me of Trigger in Only Fools and Horses, isn't it? Speaking of Rodney. All right, Dave. My name's not Dave Trigger, it's Rodney. All right, Dave. Why do they call you Dave? Look at how Russian borders have been eroded since the Warsaw Pact Treaty had been agreed. NATO and the EU have moved ever closer to Russia. No wonder Putin is concerned. I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? He's got a red line, and that was Ukraine becoming more involved with Western society, i.e. NATO and the EU. And all of a sudden, bang, he's had enough. Boys in the wood, afternoon to you. Hope you're all right. Welcome to the chat. And hope you're having a good day. In fact, I hope everyone's having a good day. With about half an eye on the news. Neil Wilson, China is on Russian side. Yeah, I know. Nice, Declan. Julie Baldwin, Jeremy Corbyn and co have backtracked. They are no longer blaming NATO. Yeah, I saw on Twitter earlier where Nigel Farage was basically saying, what do you expect with NATO expansionism over the last so many years? And Ian Dale from LBC retweeted it and said, how could you, Nigel, say something against NATO and the EU? You know, why are you siding with Putin, kind of thing? I'll have to get a screen dump of the quote and put it up. Adam Apple, I hope you are well as well, and everything is good in your neck of the woods. What's the weather doing where you are, by the way? I mean, this is surreal. We got bright blue skies and everything now, but we had grey and a bit of hail and wind and everything earlier. I mean, I had a quick 40 winks this afternoon and woke up to a loud crash, a bang and a flash of light. Cut off their vodka supply. Putin will capitulate. Yeah, that's right. Kay, well, we the people can't do anything about it. No, that's right. That's dead right. All we can do is just do what we're doing, living our lives, and hope for the best. That's a good idea, Mick. We've got thousands of dinghy divers waiting to sign up. That'd be a good way of sending them back, wouldn't it? No, windy here, Julie Baldwin says. Putin probably has a 5-year supply stockpiled. He probably does, and decent stuff as well. Not that bloody $6.99 crap you get out the local off licence. Nobody has ever complied their way out of totalitarian. Yeah, I get it. Can't even say the word. Bit of snow in Hampshire. That's Lee Foster. NATO hasn't moved anywhere almost ever. The Warsaw Pact going was one-sided move. Good luck with old prices, and to think that they were nothing during the pandemic. Yeah, I remember seeing fuel at, I think, 99p a litre in one place during the pandemic, and I thought, I will never take advantage of that. I will never ever take advantage, and they went straight back up again, didn't they? Jason O'Brien, Ukraine, no saints. Adam Apple, winds making Phil absolutely Baltic today. Rainbow Trout 97, catch you later. See you later. Thank you for dropping by. Nice to see you. West have been aggressive to Russia for years. They surprise, they retaliate. Yeah, exactly. They've just moved closer and closer and closer, haven't they, over the years? And eventually he was going to turn around and say, stop. I mean, I think he wants to return the USSR to its former glory. That's his ultimate dream and ultimate ambition, I think. But you'll never know what's going on, but we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what happens. Boys in the wood, China will go after Taiwan soon once they see how toothless the West is against Russia. Yeah, I believe that too. I mean, I saw the news article where some of their aircraft were heading Taiwan's way. I don't know whether it was to scout it out or just a casual news article to put in there to put the wind uppers, but I expect something very soon. Will humans ever understand that war is never the answer to life's problems? I don't think we will, Neil Wilson, until something bad happens. Screw waiting 20 minutes after eating, load them all up on ships and frigates and get them the frig out. Yeah, I like that factual. You're welcome, Rainbow Trout 97, and thank you again for stopping by. Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, Jason O'Brien. I reckon their teeth are chattering, aren't they? And I mean that as sarcastically as you just delivered it. Adam Apple, I had heavy rain in back garden, yet the front was white with snow. Never seen anything like it. Yeah, we had half and half. We had half blue skies and half grey, and now it's all blue again. It's mad. Declan, catch up soon, Andy. Keep up the great work. Must pick up my son. You're welcome, and thank you for stopping by, Declan, and hope your son's had a good day. Mine has. He's indoors at the moment, winding his mother up. Jason O'Brien, Biden and Putin should meet in a boxing. Well, that's no contest, is it? You know, Putin's quite high up in judo, isn't he? So unless Sleepy Joe's got something up his sleeve, it's not too great. Glad to see you back. I was really worried I'm really worried this really might turn to World War III, Angela Gill says. There's a couple of directions this could go which could lead there, isn't there? That's the most worrying thing. We'll just have to see how it all turns out. Jaw, not war. That's what Churchill said, Andy. Okay. Yes, I'd prefer jaw, but we'll see what happens. Been really gusty for weeks now. Okay. Okay. Hi, Adam. Sorry. I forget you usually use your mum's screen name. Just inside it, war is when old men talking and young men dying. FDR. That's another quote, isn't it? The only thing up Biden's sleeves is diaper wipes. Or when he farts loudly in front of Camilla. Yeah, I get it. Would you rather be jabbed or have a nuke drop on your head? Let me think about that one. A small prick or a big bang dropped by a big prick? I'm not sure about that. Jodie Pitt, don't worry. I'll show you the weather here. Where are we? Let's lift you all up and swap the camera around. See them blue skies there? It's outside my house, and that's just down the road, and you can see the coast down there with a tanker just off the coast. I mean, that's beautiful now, but that was grey earlier, and it was pretty bad. Rat Shadow Man, for us living in Southeast Asia, the big worry is China. This will just let them know they can do whatever they want. Somebody mentioned that earlier. You know, if we don't do anything because of Ukraine, then it's going to send a signal that they can get away with it too, isn't it? It was brilliant to see an American on GB News telling Biden's lot to get Trump back to sort Russia out. Yeah, I saw an retired American general on there as well. I think it was GB News, but certainly something, and he was very informative. But I think the narrative is this wouldn't be going on if he was there. Fuzzy Doxy, Russia wouldn't be doing this if Trump... Yeah, that's absolutely right. Good to see you, Fuzzy Doxy, by the way. Big Bang, I had one jab 8 months ago. Still don't feel well. Yes, a lot of people are like that. Long effects from them. Biden's government has always failed at war games. Yeah, look what happened to Afghanistan. That was a big disaster. And when they pulled out, it made our position fairly untenable, didn't it? Not great. My brother-in-law is in the Navy, got recalled today, heading back down the road as we speak. That's Adam Apple. Oh, my God. Recalled means off a shore leave, doesn't it? Basically, back to station. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Justin Slider, is the weather windy enough for green energy? Could sell it to Germany. That's right. I mean, one of the things that Boris said in his address this afternoon, and it's dead right, we need to not be so reliant on gas and electricity supplies from other countries. We need to sort this out ourselves. But to do that, I think his green agenda is going to have to go out the window, that's for sure. Ron Collins, hello to you. And hope you're okay. Thank you for joining the chat, and hope you're having a good day. Jason O'Brien, we need Trump back. That seems to be the narrative here. Fuzzy Doxy, not the president-elect. James O'Brien, 40% EU gas comes from Russia. Yeah, and he could turn a tap off, couldn't he? Adam Apple, yeah, he was up to visit his sick dad, leaving UK Tuesday. Okay. You're exactly right. Julie Baldwin, I found out today what Z means on the tanks. What does it mean? I was trying to find that out. I mean, Z is Zulu in the phonetic alphabet, isn't it? But we're, could mean something else. If the sky should light up, the 2 previous A-bombs sent to Japan are mere firecrackers by comparison. Some of today's bombs 3,000 times more powerful. Sorry to be grim. I already know, Anna. I already know. And it's pretty scary. I never got jabbed, turned against jabs in 2008. That's Jason O'Brien. Fuzzy Doxy, we US have plenty of gas if Biden would let us use it. We've got an awful lot of shale gas in Z equals no return. Okay, that's very interesting. Kelly Robinson, my thoughts are... What are your thoughts? My thoughts are with the innocent civilians of Ukraine. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. It's not great. All will be well when Bojo invokes sanctions, and as they cannot come here to spend money, that will teach them. Now, I'm not sure whether he'll give 2 shits, but time will tell. Z is equal to 33 in Russian. Okay. Factual breakdown. My friend asked her vet to scan her arm where she had the jab, like they'd scan a lost pet. All these numbers and symbols showed up on the screen. Weird. All will be well. Where else are we? A couple of brand new nuclear plants would solve our energy problems, at least until hydrogen technology becomes viable. That's boys in the wood. Yeah, I was saying we're sitting on a lot of shale gas, aren't we? A lot of it in certain places. And I know we were starting to go down the route of trying to get it out, but I think all the green tree-hugging type people really had a problem with that and didn't want us to do it. I think it put a stop to it. We haven't heard much of it since. But I wonder if we need to go down that road of having a look again at what potentially we could do. Rush down music. Putin don't care too much for sanctions. I think you're right. Otherwise he would have stopped a long time ago. There are other ways and, other means of getting round things, sanctions included. I'm sure there are. But, we will see what transpires. I think the situation there is pretty fast moving as it is, and we'll have to see, but not great. Just had a load of chat just jump in all at once. Let's see. Yeah, Easy Tiger, I've heard that mentioned before. I'm not going to read it out just in case I get my arse handed to me. Darkman 4468 train. Putin got away with Crimea under Obama, just like he will under that dickhead Biden. Yeah. And then what will China think? Adam, please say hello to me, ma'am. Almost 70, still caring 5 days a week. She will love a shout out. Happy birthday, Angela, for when it comes, 70th birthday. Your son Adam has given your age away. I'll let you sort him out for that, but many happy returns, and hope you have a good day. Kay is going shopping, so enjoy your shopping, don't spend too much. Fuzzy Doc, seen my shot from shots last March, started turning red and itching 6 months later and haven't stopped itching. Ooh, there's a lot of delayed effects, isn't there? Jason O'Brien, China have weapons that can disable our defence systems. Hopefully we haven't pushed China and Russia together. Time will tell. Hello, Air Zulu. Hope you're all right. And you think it's about money and power. It's what it boils down to a lot of the time, isn't it? Factual breakdown. My friend is trying to make phone calls to demand that our pipelines be reopened. Hello, Drift Wannabe. Hope you're all right. Thank you for joining in. Many Scots are English speakers. Jason O'Brien, wanting invasion, question mark. Rich Planet showed 295. Will show you a lot along those lines. Who else we got here? Easy Tiger, no problem. Fuzzy Doxy, if you get a number, pass it on. Jason O'Brien, business interests might not want to be too much with Russia and China. Yeah, I think we've become a little bit more reliant on there. Andy Red Volvo, the answer man. Hello Andy Red Volvo, not seen you around these parts in a while, and I thought you'd run for the hills, but hello to you, good to see you. Drift Wannabe 10, £2 million in donations to the Conservatives from Russian Brits since Boris is Prime Minister. Yes, that might have, you reckon that'll have some influence, maybe? We'll have to see. I've just finished my tea, sausage and mash in a giant Yorkshire pudding. Oh, lovely jubbly. I had lasagna last night, and I think I had sausages the night before that with nice mash and onion gravy. That's got to have some of that. I haven't had that for a while. Jason O'Brien, the West was once Polish, so what is the UK now? African? It's an interesting one. I think very interesting. Fuzzy Doxy loves Yorkshire puddings. I've seen the ones where they're like big dinner plate things and you can have your food in them. I think I had one of those once. Tim Hicks, will Joe Biden be banging the wall drum with the leg of his Zimmer frame? If he can remember where he left it. You got airport runs today, Andy. I have Adam Apple. I've got one tonight, landing at 10 to midnight. That's why I'm on here early. The Z marking, along with other symbols, are painted to communicate where the military units were headed shortly before deployment. That's S. Hunter. Okay. Never had Yorkshire pudding. Factual Breakdown says, I'm waiting for the moron Prince Harry to give us his unwanted opinion on Ukraine. I read earlier, Honesty and Truth, that I think he's taking out a libel case against somebody to do with the Daily Mail. Probably had some truth made towards him, and he didn't like it very much, so he's going to sue him. Fuzzy Doxy, my grandmother came to us from London. Which part, Fuzzy Doxy? Julie Baldwin, that's what we had. Homemade, they're the best. I'll tell you what, where we had, my dad used to make toad in the hole. Well, he still does, I've not had it in years though. Toad in the hole. And he had this way of getting the batter really, really thick on there. And he showed me how to do it. And it literally falls over the top of what you cook it in. It's wonderful. Boris giving a statement in 20 minutes. Okay. And we'll get tuned in for that and see what he has to say. I think that's the one in the Commons where he's going to announce what sanctions they're going to put towards him. Her maiden name was Robotham, I think South London area. Okay, I'm heading there soonish. I've got to take some people up there who are staying up in London for a couple of days, and I think that's South London. I can't remember what part though. Rushdown music, yeah, blah blah, more sanctions, which Putin won't give two shits about. Pre-cooks the batter, then adds the sausages halfway through, Andy. No, it's he makes the batter up, and he gives it a good old whisk up, and then he puts it in the fridge. And you've got those air bubbles in the batter from where you mix it, and it's something to do with cooling it like that before you cook it. Makes it blow up over the pan. I did it once and I nearly lost control of my oven. It went nuts. Yorkshire pudding, strong in the arm but weak in the head. Good mate, stay safe out there. Cheers Adam Apple, appreciate that. Boys in the Wood, I once had a whole roast dinner inside a giant Yorkshire pudding in York. Beautiful it was. Yeah, I've had something similar down here, but not quite to the same standard you would find up there. Listen folks, this is the Daily Chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. If you've just joined us, welcome. We're a bit earlier than normally advertised because I'm off out tonight. I've got bits to do, so I thought I'd come on and jump on here with you all earlier. If you haven't done so already, do that. Give the thing a thumbs up, and that helps the algorithm and helps the channel and helps everything else. So I appreciate that. And also, if you're completely new to the channel and you've just come over here from somewhere else, don't forget to subscribe, and that will help the numbers go up as well. We had a bit of a dip, but they're going up again, and I think a lot of that was to do with the channel strike that I got last week, and hopefully it'll be okay. I'll try that, Andy. I love the look on American pancakes, not like our British paper thin ones. And there's syrup you pour on them all, yeah. Maple syrup, Drift Wannabe. Yeah, my dad told me the thing years ago, and it does actually work. You know, do the sausages, put them in whatever you're going to cook them in. Stick the batter in the fridge. I think only for about 10 minutes will probably do it. Once you've given it a good whisk up, and then pour it over the sausages and cook it as normal, and then you'll see, absolutely wonderful. Yes, I know, Fuzzy Doxy. I know it was quite ridiculous, but there you go. I'm crying now. My dad was a cook, great man, good tears though. Sorry, Adam, didn't mean to start you off. Go get the Kleenex. It's always good to have good memories though, isn't it? Hello, me old China. Hello, Michael. Hope you're all right. And thank you for your thing yesterday about the chat settings being a bit out of step. I did see what you were saying. Yeah, factual breakdown, definitely. Yeah, who else have we got? Somebody else jumped in. Just Insider, gravy and peas, Andy. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Do you know, I end up having mint sauce with just about everything. Anything I have, I want mint sauce on it. I must be completely mad. Michael Castrian, hello there, Cyber Bond. How about a pepper steak, medium rare? Yeah, I'll take that too. But not with mint sauce. Peppercorn sauce with that one. Very nice. My auntie moved back from Canada a couple of years ago, brought some home with her. Oh my God. Dave, peas are dirty. Wash them then. Adam Apple, the strike couldn't have happened at a worse time. Yeah. Andy, I'm hoping that Andy Red Volvo gets the gist on that. Yes, same here. Wouldn't mind that conversation, definitely. I'm going to be doing my own homework off the record and see what I can find out with some new contacts that have been made. I'm the same with the red sauce, Andy. Yeah, I hate devil's apples, tomatoes. Okay, Drift Wannabe. Jean Francis, it's absurd. Sophia Green's in the chat. Hello to you. And welcome. That's another one not seen in a while, and hope you're keeping well. Factual breakdown. Yes, whether from Canada, Vermont, or NC, I've had it all, and it's great. Oh wow! Super chat from Fuzzy Doxy. Thank you very much for your support there. Appreciate that, and thank you. That's wonderful. Steve N. I've got a Volvo. Good cars. My old mate Kev had one as his first taxi, quite solid, and I actually drove my little Peugeot 106 into the side of one when I was about 20 years old. Oh, okay. Andy with the red Volvo, see what Factual Breakdowns just messaged you, and Factual, keep me in the loop. Michael Castron, Andy, can you see another fuel shortage brewing with Russia-Ukraine stuff? People going to panic by. I think they'll be worried the prices are going to fly up, so naturally they probably will. I'm a bit worried. I've only got 50 miles in the tank at the moment. I've got somewhere to go later, so we'll have to see. Can anyone tell what grits are in American cooking? I have not got a clue. Not got a clue. Factual breakdown, Fuzzy Doxy. I miss my POTC friends. A couple of lousy mods caused me to leave. I love Bill. I sent Bill an email last night. I saw a link about New York City and he come over. Oh my God, they surrendered. Russian soldiers stand down as they didn't know they were sent to kill. Really? Is that breaking news, Julie? That's pretty good if so. Fuzzy Doxy, Factual, what? That's crazy. No, the only news junkie I listen to is Andy on your recommendation. I don't care for grits myself. What are grits? I'm confused here. Andy Red Volvo wants the link you're talking about, Factual, and put the two of you together, and if he misses it, I'll read it out for you. Yes, Andy the Gabby Cabby, link is on the way. Is that a mass surrender, or is that or is that something else? Grits is oatmeal. Oh, okay. Cornmeal. Right. Yes, very sad indeed, Fuzzy Doxy. Okay. Yeah, send me the link, Julie, if that's true. And is that a mass stand down of all forces, or is that something else? I'll check that out and bring you a video of it immediately. If so, I should think there are many thousands of Russians that don't want all this. That's right, they don't. Yeah, I mean, there's been surveys and all sorts of things, hasn't there, where it's all they've all said no, we don't want a war. Hello, Mum. Hope you're all right. Don't know yet. Haven't read it properly. Well, when we're finished here, I'll take a quick look and see what I can do. Yeah, Julie, I just saw the link come through on the phone. I appreciate that. Yeah, that means it'll be over as quick as it began. That'll make Putin look rather silly, wouldn't it? Grits I found a bit salty. Yeah, Factual Breakdown has just sent the link for you, Andy Red Volvo, to the channel. Yeah, Mum, I come on earlier because I'm going to karate with Jack tonight, and I've got an airport run straight after, so I can't do the live now. Russian soldiers reportedly surrendered to Ukrainian troops and reportedly claimed they had been unaware they would be deployed to kill Ukrainians. Okay, that's very interesting. Now, is that a meaningful number of people surrendering, or is that just a group of them? No one wants a war, only the ones who are going to make money want a war. Gene Whitehead, hi, Factual Breakdown. Nothing on Sky yet. I wonder if it's on the British channels, but I'll have a quick look at it. It could just be breaking news. God bless any Russian soldier who declined to kill. I'd be glad to do a fundraiser to buy them all top shelf vodka. Well, they probably earned their drink if that's the case. Ukraine's US embassy in Washington claimed a group of Russian soldiers have surrendered. Okay, so is that just a statement from the embassy, and has it been verified? That's the important thing. Verification, definitely. Right, vodka fundraiser. Yes. The only vodka I ever tend to get my hands on is a touch of the old Smirnoff. I've not really gone down any other way. 5 Russian helicopters been shot down. Feel sorry for those soldiers when Putin actually takes over the Ukraine to the Gulag. Well, we'll see what happens. Russia trying to seize Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Putin's troops raise Russian flag in Ukraine as Z tanks lead second wave ground invasion. So it may well just be some that have decided to give up, not all. We'll have to see what happens. But as I said earlier at the start of this chat, it's a very fast-moving situation indeed. And my son has just ran in front of me, the eldest one. I didn't even see him come home, but he sprinted like a jackrabbit. Right, there's a lot of treason going on lately, but no one does anything about it. The embassy said we've had confirmation from our chief commander, one of the platoons, the 74th Motorised Brigade from Kemerovo, has surrendered. Okay. They're trying to take Chernobyl. I've subbed Factual. I'll message after Andy's stream. Okay. Yeah, that's Andy Red Volvo, Factual. Andy, I had vodka at this members only club in North Miami Beach with the smoothest vodka ever. Okay. Drift wannabe, that's why Putin wants Ukraine back. Radiation levels have dropped enough to make it worth owning again. Tim Hicks, Russia has been already destroyed 74 military bases in Ukraine. Yeah, why would he surrender? Is this just the isolated actions of a group of them, but I'm only, supposising because I've not seen what's going on. Grey Goose is amazing vodka. Putin wants a safe buffer between him and NATO. But, yeah, forgive my geography, but if he invades Ukraine and takes over Ukraine, hasn't he still got other NATO states around him regardless? I don't quite get that. Maybe my geography's out of whack. Fuzzy Doxy, I sure hope it's all of them that surrender. I'm getting the impression it's just an isolated bunch, but I'll have to try and get some other news on it and read the thing that Julie Baldwin sent me over. 4 helicopters, 70-odd Ukraine bases. I'm no war minister, but that's not a bad result. Yeah, that's not, is it? Fuzzy Dotsy, you and me both. I always wanted to try moonshine, Lee Foster says. I had a friend at school whose dad made, is it called potato vodka? And it was nearly 100 proof. And I remember trying some of it. I was only 17 at the time. I thought my mouth was going to melt. It was vile. And I remember we had an Irish art teacher who came in, and he was a hardened drinker. And and in front of us kids, he went, "Fucking hell!" He said, "Tip that down the sink, Christ." Tony Whitworth, Justin Trudeau has revoked the Emergencies Act on Wednesday, 10 days after imposing it to crush the Freedom Convoy. So now he can call Putin a tyrant. Yes, that gets rid of the hypocrisy there, doesn't it? Cheap vodka through a Brita water filter 2 times makes the cheapest vodka a pleasure. Factual breakdown: I've tried butter pecan moonshine here, homemade, and it was delicious. Fuzzy Doxy, it's like fire going all the way down. A friend gave me a strawberry soaked in moonshine. Never again. It's like we're talking about the hard stuff, doesn't it? Terence McKee, fake news everywhere about Ukraine. Yeah, I saw earlier, this morning they showed a photograph, didn't they, of Russian paratroopers coming in. Turns out it was fake. And there's a few bits like that, but we'll have to see. That's the thing, there's a lot of propaganda on both sides, isn't there? They start chucking that back and forward, but who knows? But I'll be careful not to, comment on anything unless I can verify it first. That's an absolute must. If you don't go blind, it ain't moonshine, Truth Wannabe says. Excellent. Another link from Julie Baldwin she just sent me. I'll have a look at that in a bit. Who knows what's real and what's fake? Propaganda is a massive scare, just like in past wars. Absolutely. Be joyful. Trudeau revoked measures in the Senate. Scolded him, wouldn't pass. He must resign. Yeah, he's scored a bit of an own goal for himself there, isn't he, really, old Trudeau? Factual breakdown. That's the problem here in the US. CNN, MSNBC, even Fox, to some extent, can't be trusted. Adam Apple, I had moonshine in the 80s in Texas. Oh my fucking God! Laugh out loud. Yeah, I bet it'll take the layer of skin off of your esophagus on the way down, wouldn't it? Joyful, yes, he must, and so should Foe Biden. Have a look at it, Andy. It says the Russian soldiers have been taken prisoner. Okay, so it's reasonably verified then. Honesty and truth, has Diane Abbott gone AWOL again? Yeah, I did that video with Boris saying that anybody that criticises NATO and everything should have the whip removed, and I think old Diane Abbott was one of them, wasn't it? I don't think she looked too pleased with that. Air Zulu, I've had the Philippines version of moonshine made out of coconut juice. It's called Lambanog. You can fly a Boeing 747 on it. Oh my God. No, Andy Red Volvo is the answer to that question. Not for a while. Tim Hicks, Diane Abbott for Chancellor. Yeah, she could give us all a pay rise and not know it. All the latest news on this channel, folks. Thumbs up. Cheers, Mick. Yeah, everybody. If you haven't done so already, give that a go on the old live stream, and it helps out. Get a Fire Stick. You can watch what you want virtually around the world. That's very true. I put some Zimmer Gold on a napkin once and took the varnish off a bar. Oh my god. That's incredible. Honesty and truth, laughing at Tim Hicks. I just got a hacked Fire Stick, 50 quid for a year worth, world television and movies. Yeah, isn't that just? What a coincidence that you should ask. Definitely. I'm sure you'll update me later, Factual. I distilled 20 litres of homemade wine. That's snowy 1967. One of my pals from school, his dad was an alcoholic. He was really a bit too fond of all things alcohol related, and he used to brew his own stuff. It was freaking lethal. But there you go. Adam Apple, cap full of moonshine in a pint glass of Coke, Andy, and you're legless. Yeah, I bet. It's quite lethal stuff. I had to tell the bartender that it wasn't fit for human consumption. A lot of it isn't. What's the name of the drink in... oh, God, what is it? Is it absinthe or something? You're only allowed, I think, 2 or 3 shots of it, minimum. Otherwise, you start hallucinating, so no bar will let you have any more than that. Old Henry. No, never seen that one, Drift Wannabe. I'll see if I can read that up. Strong cider, 13.8%. I had some like that in a microbrewery. Blew your head off. Sounds like Prince Harry, Andy. He drank Tyler Perry out of house and home. Okay. Anna Perkins, that's the wormwood in it. I gave it away. I don't drink. Probably best with some of that moonshine stuff, or wash your paintbrushes in it, I suppose. I mean, I never forget the look of that Irish art teacher. Really big bloke he was, and you know, you could tell he liked his drink, but it was too much for him. It really was. When he told my friend to throw it down the sink. Absinthe, geez, I had some proper stuff. Burned my brain to cat food. Tim Hicks. Yeah, I last time I encountered absinthe, it was in a pub, and I was told you could literally just have, I think it was 2, maybe 3 of them, and they wouldn't let you have any more. Absinthe Black, one's illegal in the UK. I gave all my alcohol away when I stopped drinking. Clean eating means no drinking. I pay IPTV 40 quid a year. I would take Sky free much for choices on Fire Sticks. The last link has pictures of the guys that have surrendered, Julie Baldwin says. Okay, most interesting. You know, again, is that a de-escalation, or is that just an isolated group of them that have decided, no, we're not doing this, lad. We're gonna put down the toys before it gets out of hand. I'll have a read of that before we part company. Yeah, we're not going to be on later with the live stream. As I said at the beginning, I've got some bits I've got to do. So this was only a little one today, just so I could come in and you know, get in contact with you. And it's been good. We haven't had as many people in, but that's all right. That happens every now and again. Probably got people at work and stuff like that, so no problem whatsoever. If you haven't done so already, and you've not long joined us and haven't, make sure you do that. Give it the thumbs up, and helps the algorithm get us to where we need to be, and also make sure you subscribe if you haven't also. And I'm going to have a look and at the links that Julie sent me about the Ukraine, and see if there's any additional news on there. Hopefully it's good, and we'll get some way to this de-escalating before it gets out of hand, and really hope that it doesn't go as far as it's got the potential to go. That's really not great. Michael Castrian, Have the subs gone back up by the 100 that was missing? Factual breakdown. I've got, I think I've gained about 30 or 40 overnight, Michael. Now the whole problem is I could lose those 30 or 40 again tonight. It seems to have stagnated now. With YouTube channels, when you put videos on and everything else, they're ranked in a certain way, so they're put up higher than others if there's regular content going on them. And where I've been off for a week as well as being penalised in that way, the ranking suffers as well. So that's probably why there's been a subscriber drop off, but I'm sure it will reverse itself. We just keep doing what we're doing. But anyway, as I was saying, folks, we're on the hour now, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much again for stopping by with an earlier live stream, somewhat unannounced, I'm afraid. And I will have more content tomorrow, another live stream then as well. I've got another airport run tomorrow, but we'll see if we can get this you know, at a better time so we get more people in. And don't forget, I put videos out this morning, and if I hear anything else about the Ruskies and what's going on over there, I'll let you know. So yes, take care folks, and enjoy the rest of your day. Toodaloo.